Set 5 of Disney Lorcana Shimmering Skies is set to release at your friendly local game store on August 9th and everywhere in mass retail on August 23rd. And we are at the start of reveal season, and so I thought it would be fun to sit down and try to figure out who I think might show up in Shimmering Skies. I'm Lorcana Thanos, the Mad Titan of the Illuminary, and today I want to discuss 5 characters or franchises I won in Shimmering Skies. I think it's important before we get started that I just set the precedent that this list is in no particular ranking order. It's just who I want to see. And first up, that is Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale is a classic Disney duo. We don't have them in the game yet. And I think the biggest premise for why I think that they're showing up is the food fight scene from the story trailer. And in that portion that they show the food fight happening, it's the Fab Five. It's classic Disney characters, and Chip and Dale is a classic Disney duo. We don't have them yet, and I just think this is the prime opportune time to introduce them. Obviously, as a Disney Afternoon fan and that era of Disney as a 90s kid, I definitely would love to see the Rescue Rangers come into the game, and I think they will eventually. I just don't think it is Shimmering Skies, but I will be very happy if I'm wrong about that. Staying in the Disney Afternoon realm, I think we are going to get Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. So, we obviously have DuckTales in Lorcana. Of course, it's more rebooted DuckTales than classic DuckTales, but because there is the connection between Darkwing Duck and DuckTales, and we already have like the Gizmo suit item, it sets the precedent that Darkwing Duck will come. Obviously, I think we'll get Launchpad at some point, and so I think Darkwing Duck is a lock. Now, continuing from there, if we want to go even further with the Disney Afternoon type thing, I think we should stick with a film that is very popular with my generation, and that is, of course, 1995's A Goofy Movie. That's right, I think we're going to get Powerline, maybe even say Max or Roxanne, PJ, Bobby. I definitely think that there's precedent for this, and again, we're going back to the story trailer for that. So in the story trailer, we have Gazelle from Zootopia performing, and so who better to put in to this set than a character that is basically a parody, not really parody, but like a homage resemblance to, of course, the biggest pop star pretty much of all time in Michael Jackson, Powerline. I think Max and Powerline from that set for a Goofy Movie make the most sense in order to bring into the game. Obviously, we've had Goof around since set one, and so I think Max is kind of a no-brainer. And then to Powerline for the whole performance aspect, for the whole celebration aspect that is going on with the defeat of Ursula. And so I think it would be fantastic not only that Powerline, make him Singer 5, Singer 6 type of deal, and then give him, of course, a song card for Eye to Eye and a song card for Stand Out. What they would do, I don't know, but I definitely think that's kind of like a given. For our next character, I want to go back to a classic Disney character in film, and that is Dumbo from 1941's Dumbo. I think Dumbo makes a lot of sense. The celebration area, there's a lot of tents, there's a giant Ferris wheel, there's a lot of kind of almost like a circus aesthetic, and I think it makes a lot of sense for Dumbo to be flying around. Dumbo is a pretty staple Disney character. I think in terms of what you're going to pull from that movie is obviously the titular Dumbo, and then obviously Timothy Q. Mouse. I could see like a ally type thing with him. I would love some kind of synergistic effect with him and Dumbo. Maybe even like a feather item, something along those lines. But yeah, I definitely think this is a prime opportune moment to bring Dumbo into the game. And then for our number 5, we are going to a like pre-Renaissance, beginning of Renaissance era film. It's a film a lot of people don't really talk about unless they like hear a certain song or they see 2 characters in particular from that film. And we're going with Dodger and Oliver from Oliver and Company. So if you're not too familiar with Oliver Company, it's from 1988, and it's loosely based off the novel Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. Again, I think with the whole like just kind of like random like who's who that may show up at like this party, this celebration. Again, looking at the story trailer, we have Ralph and Vanellope like hanging out with Merlin and like partying. So like you don't really know who's going to show up. And I think this is a prime opportunity to bring Dodger and Oliver into the game. And obviously, like who wouldn't want to have a "Why Should I Worry" song? So yeah, those are the five, but there's more. I can't let this video go without talking about my honorable mention, and it is something that I want more than anything in this game. My honorable mention is a character that I absolutely love to death, and that is Mr. Toad from 1949's The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Naturally, the Mr. Toad portion of that film is based off of The Wind in the Willows. I have a massive Mr. Toad collection at DLC Atlanta. I even told Ryan Miller himself when I talked to him that I want Mr. Toad in the game. I talked to him about like a Toad Hall location, maybe a motor car item. Obviously, you can get like Rat and Molly, McBadger, the Weasels, Winky, just a whole thing for Mr. Toad. Obviously, Cyril, not to can't leave out Cyril, but yeah, I think just Mr. Toad would perfectly belong. I could see him like doing some kind of shenanigan here at this celebration. And you know, it was great talking to Ryan about Mr. Toad at DLC Atlanta. All right, so that's gonna do it. Those are the 5 characters or franchises I want to see in Shimmering Skies. Be sure to let me know down below what you thought of this video. And my question to you is, who would you like to see in Shimmering Skies? Let me know. As always, be sure to give me one of these. They're super helpful and they let the YouTube algorithm do what it does best. It helps other people like you find it. As always, you know what I'm about to say if you've watched me for long enough, but be sure to smash that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. As always, you can follow me on the artist formerly known as Twitter on X at Lorcana Thanos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And remember, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Bye.